There is a profound truth we often forget to tell ourselves. The quiet that settles in your body does not signify the end of feeling. Many women, as they journey past 65 years, start to feel as if their inner wellspring is running dry. No more flow, no more warmth. And a silent question may arise in the stillness. Is this vibrant part of life still for me? What isn't often shared is that this feeling has not vanished. You simply have not yet found the path to reawaken it. And the deeper ache comes not from the absence of aliveness, but from the unspoken longing you still hold for it. Many evenings you may rest in silence beside a partner accustomed to this stillness, or you find yourself in a room where the quiet magnifies the emptiness inside. You remember the sensation of being met not with a physical touch, but with true tenderness. You remember the soft words. You recall a current of vitality flowing from your very core. Then, a thought arises to quiet the ache. I have walked a long path. And so, season after season, you allow yourself to forget that a woman's inner landscape is never truly barren. The truth is, a deep understanding of the body reveals that a great many women past their mid-60s hold the capacity for profound connection. But many cannot find it, because they have lost the language to communicate with their own physical form. And here is the most transformative insight. With 3 simple paths of practice, you can absolutely invite that aliveness to return. No external aids, no one else is needed, just your own presence and a gentle, patient heart. So, if you are still here, if you feel a calling for something beyond mere information, something rooted in deep listening, then I gently invite you to pause. Prepare a warm cup of herbal tea or your favorite comforting drink. Give yourself this moment, as a dear friend would, to hear something you have waited long to receive. And if you genuinely wish to reclaim your own vitality, do not just listen to one fragment and then drift away, because what is shared next may gently transform the relationship you have with your body. If you have ever felt that time could quiet your inner fire, please offer a simple reflection below. I still have the right to feel. This way, I know you are present, you are listening, and you are worthy of being cherished, just as you have always been. First path: deepening the roots with pelvic floor awareness. If a river of vitality once flowed freely through you, its current might now be stilled in a place that many women after 60 unknowingly neglect: the pelvic floor. It is not a place you can see, but it is the very foundation from which the feelings of connection, the pulse of inner life, and even your quiet, grounded confidence arise. And if your body has been quiet for some time, it is highly likely the source of this stillness begins right here. The wisdom of the body shows that as we journey through life, the body's natural flows shift, which can create subtle changes in this deep, foundational area. It is understood that lessened inner nourishment can reduce the vitality of this sacred space, leading to a sense of dryness, less suppleness, and a muted feeling. At the same time, the muscles of the pelvic floor, the cradle that supports your inner organs, may soften without regular, conscious engagement. This not only affects your body's practical functions, but can also diminish the richness of your deepest connections. Ancient healing traditions have long observed that the vast majority of women in their later years experience a disconnect from this area, often only noticing when clear signs appear, like a feeling of emptiness or a loss of sensation. The beautiful truth is this: your foundation can be fully restored and become even more alive than before if you approach it with gentle practice. That is why this first path, a form of deep inner awareness, is seen as one of the most powerful invitations for women to reclaim aliveness in their later years. Unlike a simple mechanical exercise, this advanced approach combines deep breathing, mindful presence, and gentle alignment. This enhances not just strength and flexibility, but most importantly, it reawakens the feeling in this root center. A classic teaching suggests you can begin your practice in this way. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. Gently draw inward the muscles you would use to hold back a stream of water. Hold this gentle engagement for a count of 5, then release for a count of 5. Repeat this cycle 10 to 15 times, perhaps twice in a day. Once this feels natural, you can introduce a subtle movement. While seated on a soft cushion, gently trace small circles with your hips. This naturally awakens the entire pelvic region, invites nourishing flow, and over time, gradually restores sensitivity. For the deepest results, remain consistent for at least 4 to 6 weeks. In the beginning, you may not notice much, but like a dormant seed, your pelvic floor needs time to awaken and remember the language of feeling it once knew so well. Remember, aliveness does not disappear. It merely recedes when you stop connecting with your own self. This practice is not just a physical exercise. It is a profound way of saying to your body, I am still here. I still wish to live fully. Do not wait until there is a problem to begin. Do not wait for the feeling to return to believe you are worthy of it. Begin today with gentleness and patience so your body can reawaken from its most vital core. And if a thought arises, is it too late for me to walk this path? The answer is a quiet, steady no. Your body has always been waiting for your return. All it asks for is your gentle and consistent presence. If you have followed this guidance and feel something stirring within, offer a quiet yet powerful affirmation below. My body is still alive. In this way, I will know you still wish to feel, and you still trust in your body's capacity to heal. Not all sense of loss comes from an obvious place. Often, what keeps you from feeling is not a lack of wanting, but that the delicate tissues in your body's foundation, once soft and supple, have become tight, dry, and less resilient from years of being overlooked. As your life journey unfolds, the connective web around the pelvic center can gradually lose its natural moisture, becoming less elastic and, most importantly, less responsive to feeling. This is not speculation. It is a widely understood biological reality. It is known that over half of women in their post-menopausal years experience these changes in their pelvic tissues. Yet very few are guided on how to gently improve this condition. This is why many women who still practice internal exercises, eat nourishing foods, and feel desire can experience a sense of void when met with touch. To fill that emptiness, you need something beautifully simple, a conscious perineal massage. Not as a mechanical act, but as a ritual of connection, of care, and of softening what has been forgotten. Many wisdom traditions recommend massaging the perineal area with natural oils that soften tissue, such as rosy hip or pure coconut oil. This helps to restore suppleness, improve circulation, and most importantly, gradually reawaken sensation in this tender area. You can perform this simple massage for yourself. Choose a time when your body is at ease, perhaps after a warm shower or before sleep. Ensure your hands are clean, warm, and your nails are trimmed. Warm a few drops of oil by gently rubbing it between your fingertips. Then, gently place your fingers on the perineal space between the vaginal opening and the anus and begin with soft, circular motions, moving clockwise. Remember, the goal is not pressure or depth. The intention is not instant arousal, but to soften and gently call back to life the sensory pathways that have fallen asleep. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes daily, with slowness and patience, as if you are sending your body a gentle message. I am returning to you. I am ready to listen. After 2 to 3 weeks, many women report a gentle warmth, a lightness, and most importantly, a renewed sensitivity, however subtle. That stirring is a sign of rebirth. This is far more than a physical technique. When practiced with reverence, this massage becomes a ritual of self-care. It helps you release emotions held in the deep tissues of your body, places you haven't dared to be present within years. It is known that this lower pelvic region holds some of our strongest emotional patterns, especially feelings that have been held down for years, like shame, sorrow, or the weight of change. When you reconnect with this area with kindness, you also begin to heal some of the quiet loneliness that so many women carry in silence. Do not underestimate this simple act. Your own hands hold a power that no medicine can replicate. You do not need anyone else to be touched, for you already possess the ability to awaken your own body. If you wish to welcome sensation back, Begin by restoring the softest parts of you, and trust in this: your body is still worthy, even if time has changed other things. If you have followed this far, perhaps it is time to place your hands upon your body, not to inspect, but to reconnect. To remind yourself that you are still here, whole and complete. And if you believe that your own gentle hands can rekindle your sensations, leave a quiet but powerful affirmation below. I am ready to connect with myself again. This way, I will know you have taken the first step on your journey of awakening. Second path, awakening the lower abdomen, your body's second heart. Your body has not only been forgotten in its foundation. There is another place, equally vital, a center where you once felt life flowing with vibrancy. But now it has fallen so silent that you may not even recall the last time you truly felt it. This place is your lower belly, often called a woman's second heart. After years of living in a familiar rhythm, of caring for your family, enduring fatigue, and carrying life's burdens, your body, especially your lower belly, may have slowly lost its fluidity and emotional connection. You may breathe evenly each day, but no longer feel where the breath truly lands. You might place a hand on your belly, only to feel a stillness beneath it. And so, you start to believe that aliveness, especially the peak of connection, has truly faded. But a deeper understanding says the opposite. From a space of deep awareness, we find that the lower belly is home to a rich network of nerves, directly linked to the very center of sensation. When this area becomes dormant, holds tension, or is neglected for too long, sensory messages from the outside cannot fully journey to the mind, thus diminishing your capacity to feel deeply. More than that, this center holds many vital organs. And in traditional Eastern wisdom, it is considered the body's energetic core, known as the hara or sacral center. To reawaken the flow of energy here not only restores physical sensation, it can uplift your spirit, improve your sleep, and greatly lessen the quiet sorrow many women experience later in life. The beautiful news is you can gently turn this center back on through simple yogic movement paired with conscious breathing. One of the most effective practices is the bridge posture. It is a simple form, but it works deeply on the lower abdomen, inviting circulation, softening tight muscles, and stimulating the pelvic nerves. Ancient teachings suggest that just 10 minutes of this practice each day can increase vital flow to the body's creative center and improve sensitivity within 3 to 4 weeks. To practice the bridge, lie comfortably on a soft surface. Bend your knees, keeping your feet parallel and hip-width apart. Place your arms by your sides, with palms facing down. Inhale deeply, and as you breathe out, slowly lift your hips from the ground. Hold for a count of 5 to 7, breathing steadily. Then gently lower your hips. Repeat this 10 times. Afterwards, rest and allow your body to absorb the feeling. You can also add a simple but essential practice, belly breathing with loving touch. Each morning upon waking, sit or lie down and gently place both hands over your lower belly. Breathe in deeply and feel your belly rise to meet your palms. Exhale slowly, as if you are releasing all the worry and pressure held for years. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. Do not approach it as a technique. Treat it as a sacred ritual. This is not a practice to instantly achieve a certain feeling. It is a journey of returning to the part of you that once held so much emotion and life. It is a gentle reminder that the place that once stirred is still there, simply waiting for your slow, tender return. Do not let the passage of time convince you that your body has ceased to feel. Sometimes a single breath, moving in the right way, one subtle inner motion, is enough to awaken emotional currents that have been dormant for a long while. And if you feel ready, gift yourself 10 minutes each day. No phone, no television, no distractions. Just you, your breath, and a lower belly that has been waiting for you to come home. If you have followed so far and feel as if you've just met a forgotten part of yourself, leave a quiet yet powerful affirmation below. I am reconnecting with my body. This way, I know you are still present, still listening, and still walking gently toward true sensation. There is something that feels like a contradiction. The more you seek to feel, the more your body may seem to withdraw. And sometimes, this numbness does not arise from your creative organs or your body's chemistry. It arises from a nervous system that has been in a state of high alert for too long. If the lower belly is a woman's second heart, then the body's natural state of rest is the key that unlocks it. And the profound truth is only when your body feels truly safe, relaxed, and unguarded can deep feelings of aliveness truly blossom. A deep awareness of our physiology reveals that our capacity for rest is the main gateway to a woman's sensory response. It slows the heart's rhythm, calms the blood pressure, supports digestion, and most importantly, creates the inner state required to feel connection. If you have spent years living with stress, lack of deep sleep, anxiety, or simply holding everything together, this system becomes suppressed. As a result, your body can no longer open to sensation, even when you still desire it, still try, and still long to feel alive again. That is why some women, even with a healthy body and balanced inner chemistry, still cannot feel touch or connection. Not because their bodies have failed, but because their nervous system has never been given permission to relax long enough to awaken. So, how do you reset an inner system that has learned to stay on guard? The answer is simpler than you might imagine. Breathe, release, and listen to your body once more. One practice, recommended by wisdom traditions for reactivating this deep state of rest, is a specific pattern of breath. This breath work helps to regulate the nervous system, easing chronic tension and bringing you back into a calm state, the ideal environment for sensation to return. To practice this breath, sit or lie in a position of complete comfort. Inhale gently through your nose for a count of 4. Hold the breath with ease for a count of 7. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeat this cycle 4 or 5 times, in the morning and at night. The key is to release the need for any outcome. This is not a technique to achieve a feeling. It is a way of giving your body permission to return to itself. You can also combine this with a light meditation, a scan of the body. Lie still, close your eyes, and guide your awareness from the crown of your head down to your toes. No judgment, no goals. Just notice which parts feel held, which are warm, which feel forgotten. That simple awareness is the first message your body receives that you are listening. To enhance your lower belly connection, you can also use a warm compress on your stomach before bed. The warmth invites the blood vessels to open, improves flow, and deeply soothes the nervous system. Place the warm compress on your belly for 15 minutes. Breathe steadily and imagine each breath melting away years of accumulated holding. This is not a quick fix for a single sensation. It is a complete restoration from the very roots, physiological and emotional, because no feeling can grow in a foundation that is clenched with effort and pressure. And perhaps what you need most right now isn't one more technique, but the courage to finally pause, to stop striving, to stop judging, to stop asking, what is wrong with me? And instead, to allow your body to simply be natural, warm, and still profoundly capable of feeling. If this resonates with your journey, if you have lived in a state of alert for so long that your body grew quiet, then leave a gentle affirmation below. I choose to relax and feel. So I know you are slowly returning to yourself. 3. Reawakening the skin with attentive touch. Unlocking forgotten doorways. Did you know that sometimes the reason you no longer feel deep connection doesn't begin deep inside your body, but upon its very surface? You might not have noticed, but areas like the neck, the chest, the inner thighs, places that once brought a shiver of aliveness, now feel quiet. This is not because desire is gone, but because your skin, once a gateway for feeling, has slowly lost its ability to receive the faintest signals. It is understood through observation of the body that as we age, the number and sensitivity of the skin's receptors can diminish. After 60, especially for women in their post-menopausal years, the skin in delicate areas can become significantly less responsive than it was at 30. This means the same touch, the same gentle caress, no longer registers in the same way, and so you may assume that the feeling is lost forever. But the truth is, you have not truly lost that feeling. It has only gone dormant because it has not been gently awakened in a very long time. This is where you need a practice of restoration. No rushing, no complicated methods. Just one essential ingredient: gentle, focused attention. This practice could be called sensate focus. It comes from a deep therapeutic understanding and is still widely shared in programs for restoring sensation in older women. This approach does not ask you to feel something right away. In fact, it invites you to focus purely on the act of touching with no expectation of what should arise. Because often, the pressure to feel something is the very thing that causes your body to withdraw. How to gently practice this focused attention at home. Choose a quiet space with soft lighting where you will be undisturbed. Take a silk scarf or simply use your own fingertips. Begin at your neck. Lightly lay the scarf on your skin and slowly draw it across the surface. Notice its temperature, its softness, the subtle landscape it reveals. Move to your collarbones, your chest, your upper belly, and your thighs. Slowly, without hurry. Do not strive to feel something. Simply notice if you are truly present with your own self. If you do this with consistency for 10 minutes a day, over 2 to 3 weeks, you may begin to notice small shifts in your body. A gentle warmth, a patch of skin that feels more alive, or a fleeting thought full of vitality. These are the signs that your skin is beginning to listen once more. Many wisdom traditions describe the skin as a third brain, a vast repository of tactile memory that holds the story of a lifetime. Every touch, if it is gentle enough, can reawaken layers of memory and feeling that have long been silent. And the beauty of this is that you do not need anyone else to begin. You only need yourself and a little patience. Remember, sensation does not come from the outside. It begins within. And it only happens when you let go of all expectation, slow your pace, and whisper to your skin with great tenderness. No true healing begins in a hurry. No door opens when you knock too forcefully. But if you are soft enough and patient enough, the very place that was once forgotten can become the path that leads you back home to yourself. If you have followed so far and feel ready to place your hand upon your skin, not to check on it, but to communicate with it, then leave a gentle and loving affirmation in the comments. I am learning to listen to my skin again. In this way, I know you are on the right path and still here with yourself. Even if you touch your skin with the utmost tenderness, even if you practice with your body and breathe with intention, if your inner harmony is imbalanced, the full feeling may not return. This is not because you are doing anything incorrectly, but because your body may be missing an essential element, the gentle stability of its inner tides, especially that of estrogen. Estrogen is not just a biological messenger for reproduction. It is the carrier of softness, moisture, and sensitivity throughout the body. When its levels decline, as they often do after menopause, the skin can become thinner, drier, and less supple, and it may gradually lose its sensory receptors. It is widely observed that by age 60, a woman's estrogen levels can be profoundly lower than they were in her younger years. This natural shift can affect the entire body, most noticeably through reduced circulation to the skin, vaginal dryness, lessened tactile sensitivity, and, most significantly, a change in orgasmic potential, even when the heart's desire remains. The gentle news is that you do not need to turn to powerful external therapies unless it is truly required. In many instances, natural approaches can help the body find its balance in a gentle, safe, and effective way, especially for older women who need slow, lasting restoration. One of the most recommended sources of support by herbalists is phytoestrogens, plant-based compounds that resonate with the body's estrogen pathways, but in a milder, more natural manner. You can find these in young soybeans, tofu, unsweetened soy milk, flax seeds, sesame seeds, red beans, and certain traditional herbs. One such herb, Vitex, has been observed in various studies to have potential in supporting a woman's hormonal cycle, relieving dryness, easing the emotional landscape of menopause, and gently restoring libido. However, powerful herbs like this require patience. At least 6 to 8 weeks of consistent, Use are often needed before noticeable effects appear. Alongside this inner support, you can create a simple evening ritual. Massage your chest and neck with a plant-based oil. This is not just a skin treatment. It also stimulates nourishing flow to areas rich in emotional nerve endings, places that were once highly sensitive but have now fallen quiet. Here is a gentle guide. After bathing, warm a few drops of almond oil, olive oil, or pure coconut oil in your hands. Place your hands on your chest and make slow, circular motions clockwise. Then move upward to the neck, especially below the ears and around the collarbones. Breathe with ease. Feel the warmth returning. Do not force yourself to feel anything. Simply offer care. Consistent massage will not only soften the skin, it sends a powerful signal to the brain that your body is being cherished once again. From there, other areas of sensation will slowly begin to awaken. Remember, no lasting recovery comes from the outside alone. The aliveness, the vitality you seek, always begins from within, where your inner harmony is nurtured with love, patience, and deep listening. And if you are walking this journey back to your body, gently, cautiously, but with courage, leave a short yet powerful affirmation in the comments. I am nurturing myself again. This way, I know you have chosen to love yourself from the deepest place. For nourishment, the quiet key to your well-being. Your body is not only awakened through movement, gentle touch, or a deep breath. Sometimes, what makes you feel as if nothing is left inside comes from what you offer it as sustenance each day, or what has been absent for many years. It is a known truth that nutrition directly influences your body's hormonal state, your emotional balance, and your capacity to experience full connection, especially in women who have walked more than 65 years. Ancient wisdom and modern understanding agree foods rich in phytoestrogens, healthy fats, and life-giving micronutrients can improve circulation to your body's sacred center, restore the sensitivity of your sensory nerves, and help the body create its own natural estrogen without needing powerful external support. This is not about restriction. It is about choosing to nourish the aliveness within your body with food that truly resonates. Here are 3 golden food groups that older women can welcome into their daily meals to support their sexual health naturally, safely, and from a place of deep inner wisdom. 1. Phytoestrogen-rich foods to complement the body's shifting tides post-menopause. Soybeans, black beans, tofu, flax seeds, and sesame seeds. These contain compounds from the plant world that mimic the body's own estrogen and have been seen to improve the skin's moisture, increase tissue suppleness, enhance vital flow to the creative center, and gently elevate desire. 2. Sources of healthy fats to maintain the skin's softness, nourish your mucous membranes, and support the emotional nervous system. Avocados, olive oil, walnuts, and almonds. The nourishing fats in these foods not only support your heart's health, but they also stabilize your hormones, brighten your mood, and reduce internal dryness. 3. Foods that boost circulation and cellular energy, supporting the return of sensation. Pure dark chocolate of high quality, ginger, red ginseng, turmeric, and green tea. These help to open the body's pathways, increase blood flow to sensitive areas, and provide antioxidants that slow the aging of your nerve cells. And if you need a practical example to begin, here is a simple one-day menu suggestion. Easy to prepare, yet full of the essential nourishment a woman over 65 needs to feel more alive. Morning oatmeal cooked with unsweetened soy milk, topped with ground flax seeds. A cup of warm green tea. Midday pan, seared salmon with avocado, tomato, and mixed greens dressed in olive oil. A small bowl of brown rice and a few walnuts for dessert. Evening, a simple vegetable soup of pumpkin, celery, and carrot with a spoonful of chia seeds. A small piece of pure dark chocolate to close the day. There is no need for complexity. You only need to remain consistent with something simple and repeat it with love and respect for your own body. Because it is not your age that takes away your vitality. It is the quiet habits that can unknowingly wear you down. When you change how you nourish yourself, you will change how your body responds to sensation. You do not need to reclaim your youth. You only need to nourish the aliveness within you. In every meal, every movement, every gentle moment of returning to the vibrant woman you once were and still are. If you feel ready to care for your body with this love, not to stay young, but to continue feeling, leave a short and sincere message in the comments. I choose to nourish sensation from today. This way, I know you are not just listening, but truly beginning to live again from the inside out. You see, there are parts of ourselves that seem to have closed forever with our youth, but in truth, they have only fallen silent for a time, and all it takes is your own willingness to return, to listen, to touch, to take a single deep breath, and the aliveness within you reveals itself. It was always there. It has never gone away. This sharing is not just about how to reclaim a certain feeling after 65. It is a gentle reminder that you can still feel, even when your body's pace has slowed. You can still be cherished, even if your life has become quiet. And most of all, you can always begin again, from the deep center of your own being. From awakening your body's foundation, to listening to your lower belly, from feeling your skin to the power of breath and nourishment. Everything you need for your restoration is already within your reach. You do not need to be 20 again. You do not need a flawless body. All you need is your own presence, your love, and a little patience. If this time we've spent together has offered you a new perspective, a spark of hope, or simply a moment of feeling seen, please leave a comment below with a positive affirmation that you choose for yourself today. It might be, I am worthy of feeling, or I am returning to life in my own way. And if you would like to support this space and help us create more valuable guidance made, especially for women like you, you can use the super thanks button below. Every contribution is received like a warm encouragement for the heart behind this work. Also, do not forget, there is another part of this guidance waiting for you. The next step in this series on restoring feminine vitality after 65. You can click on it now to continue this journey, or choose one of the suggested sharings that feels right for you. Every healing path takes time, and you do not have to walk it in solitude. Thank you for staying present until the very end. I trust that you are coming home to yourself, and this time, you will not leave yourself behind again. I will see you in our next sharing. Continue to live gently and feel deeply, as you were always meant to.